up, book lovers? It is Gedsavanh here, and I have a lot of boxes to unpack today, and they mostly relate to January. So first of all these boxes are empty. I mean, if they were full, I don't actually know how I would be able to carry all of them. Pretty much, I filmed this video on 3 separate days as the boxes just kept coming in. Overall, there's a total of 6 boxes. That includes my December Young Adult Fairyloot because I did not receive that on time. That ended up being delayed. My 2 January Fairyloots, my monthly Illumicrate box, a book that I thought was going to be my monthly Illumicrate box but just happened to be a special edition, and my Afterlight. And those unboxings are scattered all over this video. I'm just gonna go to past Gedsavanh now. I am going to start off with the December Fairyloot. Because the December Fairyloot only arrived a few days before my January adult Fairyloot. This box is so heavy, by the way. As I open this box, I see the art print. I believe that this theme is come one, come all. Yes, it is. Confirming that. I'm gonna put the spoiler card here so I can refer to it later. The first thing I see in here is a book sleeve, and I'm guessing that that's Carnival themed. Let's see. I mean, it just has circus tents and cards and keys and roses. Yeah, it's a Carnival book sleeve. And the quote on the book sleeve says, "Everyone has the power to change their fate if they are brave enough to fight for what they desire more than anything." And I'd say that's a pretty nice quote. I personally don't like the Carnival series. Unfortunately, I'm not like so excited about this book sleeve. However, it is a book sleeve nonetheless, and I can definitely add it to my collection. I'm pretty sure it will protect my books. Oh, the fabric is very nice. The next thing I see in this box is a towel, a face towel, La Cirque des Rêves. Okay, what is this? Ah, no wonder it looked familiar. It is a night circus inspired facial towel. This is just me, but I get nervous about like white facial towels or even bookish merch that just so happens to like clean things. Facial towels, tea towels, aprons. I personally don't like that bookish merch because I never want to destroy it. However, I do think that this is cute. Will I be using it as a facial towel? I really don't know. However, it is a very practical item for those who would want to risk actually damaging an item like this. And the next thing I see in this box is probably the most practical item for me personally. These are circus themed bookends, and I love the look of these. Funnily enough, Camilo was asking me around 2 weeks ago if we had a spare set of bookends because we want to be able to display some books on our desktops. But I mean, unfortunately, we've had to stick to stacks, but I guess that will soon change because I have bookends now. Just look at them. They look really cool. I reckon that these are a very practical item, and I am of the personal belief that you could never really have too many bookends because you never know when you're going to need them. And the next 2 items I take out of this box are the mythology bookmarks. This is a collection that Fairyloot started, I believe, this time last year. I think they do this like quarterly or something. And according to the spoilery card, the collectible mythology bookmarks are bookmarks 7 and 8 in the collection, and they depict Aphrodite and Ares. And I love these. Okay, these were illustrated by Grace Zoo Art. They are one of my favorite illustrators. I absolutely adore their art, and I've become so obsessed with these bookmarks, and I love keeping them in my tin with my Fairyloot tarot cards. Speaking of tarot cards, the last items I have to pick out of this box before I get to the book are the monthly tarot cards. So we have the sun and we have the moon. According to the spoiler card, the tarot cards of the month set features Lay as the sun card and Ren as the moon card. The characters are from Girls of Paper and Fire. Oh, okay. I haven't yet read the series. However, I've just received my Illumicrate special editions, so you guys can bet that the book series is on my TBR, and I'm so excited to read it. I'm so happy with these card designs. They look so pretty, and I cannot wait to add them to my tarot card collection. And finally, we come to the book pick. Ooh, this looks pretty. I mean, I haven't even seen the book cover, but oh my goodness, those pages. Maybe I'm gonna take the merch items out first. And the December Young Adult Fairyloot book pick of the month is Cruel Illusions by Margie Thuston. I had a feeling that this was going to be the book. However, I do not like the UK cover whatsoever. However, I am so happy with the way that Fairyloot customized this book. It looks so much better. Personally, I'm done with like the Carnival aesthetics when it comes to covers. Like, I do want to read books that take place at the circus or carnival, but it's not necessarily my aesthetic. I don't know why. I think it's because every single time I see the aesthetic, I'm reminded of Carnival, and I don't really like Carnival personally. But anyway, enough about Carnival. Let's stop talking about Carnival. Those digital pages are incredible. I'm just gonna see how they printed them, because sometimes when I receive like digital printed edges, they're like uneven or they're blurry, but these ones seem to be perfect in my opinion. Also, I have the monthly fairy scoop here, and I have an art print of, I believe, the main character, and behind the art print I have a letter from the author. Like, even though these are dark end pages, I'm happy that they're not too dark to see. No reversible dust jacket art, but oh, I do like this customization. I was gonna say that I wanted it to be gold, however, it does work as black. It's just a little bit thin, that is all. We have a signature from the author. This is an incredible customization. I'm really happy with how this turned out because I was actually nervous about this book and its cover. I was definitely looking forward to reading Cruel Illusions. However, the US cover is like my favorite. I keep on seeing the US cover everywhere and it looks stunning. But unfortunately, I knew that I was not going to get the US cover with Fairyloot because the UK publisher is different from the US publisher. That is quite unfortunate. So like there's no cover rights there. So now we move on to my January adult Fairyloot. I was actually very tempted to skip this month. And the reason why I was tempted to skip this month is because as much as I have enjoyed some of the books that this author has put out, I have been somewhat scared that trying a new thing from them might just, I don't know, disappoint me. It mostly comes down to the fact that I get heavily invested in the first books in their series, but unfortunately the rest of the series just doesn't really do it for me. And I believe the monthly book pick for January is a standalone from them, and it's their first adult standalone. And also I didn't like the UK cover once again, so I was thinking maybe I should skip this one. It's not going to be that special, but I mean, we will see together. There are the fuzzies. I'll put them into the empty box. Haha. So after clearing out the fuzzies, I see the spoilery card here, and the theme for the month is Sinister Secrets. Now, as soon as I saw the theme art, I knew what the book was, and I was tempted to skip. However, I just decided I was going to renew because the synopsis of the book sounded intriguing. It very much hit close to home because it has to do with a friend relationship that happens to be toxic, and I know it's pretty triggering for me right now, but I mean, I can relate, or at least I've just broken out of one. I felt like I could somewhat relate, and I thought maybe I should just give this author a chance. Alright, enough about that. The book pick of the month for Fairyloot Adult January. Oh wow, that looks pretty. Okay, yes, I was correct. Okay, it is The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Rashoni Chokshi. Oh my goodness. I'm really happy I did not skip. So if you look at the original cover, there is like barely any color on it. I really don't like the way that the original UK hardback looks, but this, oh my goodness, look at the color. Look at the color. I don't know if filming this does it any justice, but oh my goodness. And look at that. That is so pretty. As you can see here, we have a signed book plate and the end pages. I love that stained glass. That stained glass looks really good. And then, ooh, that looks incredible. I am so happy that I did not skip this box. I was thinking about my experience with Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young. Even though I have not yet read the book, I've just not heard great things about it, and the customizations were just mid, in my opinion, when it came to like that monthly book pick. So I was worried that the same thing would happen this month. You know what? If anything, these customizations actually encourage me to pick this book up. I don't really do well with Rashoni Chokshi's sequels. Look, The Silvered Serpents, The Bronze Beast, and Crown of Wishes aren't my favorite books by Rashoni Chokshi. But if we are talking about her first books and her recent romance novella, I reckon if she packs a punch in this novel, I will love this book just as much. Anyway, let's move on to future G-Swizz. And we're back with my January Illumicrate and Afterlight. So this is my first monthly Illumicrate unboxing on my channel and my first Afterlight unboxing. I personally prefer not to subscribe to the Illumicrate with the items. The reason being, I'm actually not really a big fan of the items that they put into their boxes. I've watched too many Illumicrate unboxings here on BookTube, and like every single time I watch the unboxings, I literally just look for the letter openers or the replicas. That is it. I think to myself, yeah, I like the letter openers and the replicas, but like, what is with the paper arts and what is with like the random trinkets? Like, I don't know. Some of the random trinkets just don't really do it for me. So when I found out that they had a book-only subscription, I immediately thought to myself, I needed it, but at the very same time, I needed to make space for my other subscriptions. As I'm talking right now, literally 10 minutes ago, I unboxed my October bookish boxes, and I've made the personal decision to unbox the bookish box late ones off camera because my feedback is just getting too repetitive at this point, and I'm not gonna lie, I was really disappointed in the October boxes. But anyway, I hope that these unboxings today will make my day. Now, I'm gonna be very honest here. I know what this book is, and I am devastated that I did not pre-order the Waterstones edition, but I'm hoping that Illumicrate changes my mind here because I saw that this book was hinted to be their January pick. I am really hoping that this one blows me away. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed, but we will see. So without further ado, let's check out what the January book pick is for Illumicrate. I made a mistake. This isn't even the January book pick. I hyped myself up so much for that. But this is Alone with You in the Ether. I will insert a clip of my January unboxing somewhere here. Okay, so take two. I also have my Fairyloot Young Adult January box here. I'll put that down because right now, as promised, I'm gonna be unboxing my January Illumicrate. I guess there's not much to say. I pretty much built it up in the previous video, so let's make this happen. We have an author letter here, Hannah. Okay, I'm guessing I'm correct with the book selection. And the book pick for the Illumicrate January box is God Killer by Hannah Kanner. This is exactly what I expected. I'm guessing that the colors were updated on this cover, and I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. Oh my goodness. This alone makes me so happy I did not pre-order the Waterstones edition, because as much as the Waterstones edition looks good, I was unsure about this book. Like, regardless, I did not know whether it was going to be a new favorite or not, so I didn't want to like order a couple of copies, but this is stunning. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see the features. Oh, we have a signed end page, which is really cool, and what I like about these end pages is that they're foiled. I like the effort there, and oh! So we've got some really cool art here. Let's take that dust jacket off. I mean, it pains me to do so because the dust jacket is so pretty. But like, look at that spread. That is beautiful. I am very, very, very impressed with this. Illumicrate delivered again. Their December book pick also looked pretty. However, I believe that their January book pick for 2023 was a step up. I'm just hoping that every other book I receive from Illumicrate in 2023 deliver on the same level or a similar level. This is stunning, and I cannot wait to display it on my shelf, but to also read it, because I've heard good things about God Killer. I'm not too sure whether or not there were a bunch of art readers, but what I do know is that the hype is real for this one, so I'm very much looking forward to getting to it. Oh my goodness, you guys are getting a bonus unboxing right now. I just need to appreciate this for a second. This is Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. This was not the January book pick. This was a special edition that they sold outside of their subscription. I'm so happy I have it. Oh my goodness, it feels so good. I love that. That is really cool. I saw that a buyer had their bees unaligned, but my bees are aligned here, and I appreciate that. They're looking pretty fancy. This edition is looking very fancy. I'm so happy I have this edition. I really need to read this book. I seriously do. It's signed as well. I'm really happy about that. And next up, I have my January Young Adult Fairyloot, which I'm very much looking forward to unboxing because I know what the book is. Thankfully, they didn't come with fuzzies this time. We have the spoilery card here, and the theme for this month is Hidden Worlds. I really like that art. I reckon that that looks really cool. I see that we have a scrunchie, except I actually don't hate this scrunchie. Really, actually, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it in my hair. Did I do it? I even kept the tag on. I really can't even read the tag. Oh, it's inspired by We Hunt the Flame. Okay, I see that. I mean, I like it. It looks really cool. I'm never usually a big fan of having scrunchies in boxes. And the reason why I'm not is because they don't really make much of an impression, especially with my hair. I have really long hair, but I kind of like how this hair tie looks because it's, you know, it's a little statement. And an item from We Hunt the Flame, I reckon that that's really cool as well. And that is coming from someone who never usually likes hair accessories or scrunchies in book boxes. They just don't necessarily show too much. This one's glamorous. This one shows. The next item I have to pick out of this box is a sleep mask. And was this inspired by anything? Okay, it says SR sleep mask. This soft sleep mask is inspired by the featured book of the month, which is waiting for you at the bottom of the box. I know what SR means now. This is good. It's adjustable. I'm not going to like wear the sleep mask in the same way, but I mean, I'll do that. I'll do that. I am such a hot mess right now, okay? But I'm just trying to make these unboxings fun, especially because we keep on jumping through time in order to make this a monthly unboxing video. The next item I see in here seems to be a pin, and this package says that it is a Kadar pin. Kadar lizard pin. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a lizard. Oh, I like that, and it's purple. It's cute. This pin was inspired by The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. Oh, okay, makes sense, makes sense. I mean, I haven't read it. Matches the, at least, Fairyloot aesthetic of the series. I appreciate that. And the next item I see in this box seems to be really chunky. It says Collection of Magical Tomes Volume 1. I don't know what that means. Is this like a holo book? Okay. Yes, it is a holo book. This is really cool. And this holo book is titled A Beginner's Guide to Portal Magic. And I really like holo books because they are a great place for storage. Oh, there's this little Silka thing. I just need to remember not to eat it. Sometimes I store my enamel pins in these. I have a book tin where I store my Fairyloot tarot cards. So like little knickknacks like that, these are perfect for. And I am very much appreciative of this. I'm actually also happy that they didn't put like volume 1, just in case someone was to collect it at a later month. This looks really cool. I like the aesthetic of this, and I will definitely be using it. And is there any other item before I get to the tarot cards? I guess not. Let's get to the tarot cards, shall we? So here I have the World and the Devil. Let me show you guys that amazing art style. I, once again, am impressed. I'm guessing that these characters are Jax and Evangeline from Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I could be wrong. Yep, Jax as the Devil and Evangeline as the World. I'm pretty sure that Fairyloot did them as characters previously in their former series, but I mean, they are aesthetically pleasing characters, so I will take what I can get of them. I mean, they're so cute. And finally, we come to the book pick of the month for the January Young Adult Fairyloot. I'm just gonna take the extra merch out just very quickly. And the book pick for the month is Spice Road by Maya Ibrahim. Of course I have a dyslexic moment. It's Ibrahim. I am so excited for this. And a big reason why I am personally excited about this is because Maya Ibrahim is from Sydney, Australia, and comes from a Middle Eastern family. And I am also from Sydney, Australia, and have a Middle Eastern family. So it just, for me, it specifically hits home. I also very much love fantasy, and I'm so looking forward to reading this new Middle Eastern fantasy from Maya Ibrahim. This edition, however, is just so pretty. I think that Fairyloot absolutely nailed this. Let me look. Oh, wow. Okay, look at that character art. That is so pretty. I'm obsessed, and oh, wow. That's incredible. And, ooh, check that dust jacket out. Let's see, was it physically signed, or do we have, ooh, okay. This might be physically signed or digital signature, but I mean, and I really don't care. I'm just happy that I have it. This is gorgeous. 10 out of 10 in terms of edition here. Lol, so I ended up running out of space on my memory card before I could finish that. Essentially, I have an art print which has the author letter, and I reckon that this looks really cool. I really love how this looks. We also have our monthly fairy scoop here. It's just a Q&A with the author. And then we have the monthly bookmark, which has the theme card art, and I like it. Okay, it's me again. I acknowledge that I was a complete hot mess while filming that, but I've just come here to give props to Fairyloot for creating a Middle Eastern and Arabian inspired fantasy themed box. These book box themes don't happen often. In fact, I'm not actually even sure whether it has ever happened at all. This was personally my first time receiving a themed box like this, and I'm not gonna lie, it brings me joy, it brings me happiness, and I just want more people to read Middle Eastern and Arabian inspired literature. And also, I found it comforting. Coming from a Middle Eastern family background myself, it means a lot. So yeah, thanks Fairyloot. And yes guys, finally, we are up to the Afterlight subscription service. This is my first Afterlight. It wasn't until, I believe, the second box that they brought out that I considered subscribing to the service. I mean, I don't generally prioritize romance contemporary to be hardback, so I wouldn't really bother with it. And then I realized what I was missing out on, and I thought to myself, no, I must give it a shot. So I've subscribed to Afterlight. I'm really hoping I don't regret my decision, but we will find out together. We will see. Okay, so here is the January theme card. That has spoilers. I'm gonna put that down. So the first thing I see in this box, I totally forgot that Afterlight has items. I have these meet cute page tabs. I don't use page tabs that much, but I mean, these are cute, so I might give them to someone who actually would use them. But they are adorable. I'll give them that. There are a lot of people who annotate their books. I really don't. I'm not bothered to annotate my books. I attempted to annotate an ex-library edition of Divergent at some point, and I just could not commit. Like, I did one chapter, and I literally planned that 8 years ago. And I see here we have an art print. Oh, and on the back we have an author letter as well, which is really cool, but check out that art print. I really like the look of that. I love that he's also reading a book. That's adorable. All right, before we get to the book of the month, I spot another item, and this looks to be some sort of journal. Let's take this out of the plastic, shall we, so you guys can get a better look-see. That is what it looks like. Yes, indeed, that is absolutely gorgeous. And the quote on here says, "A pen went scribbling along. When it tried to write love, it broke." And that is a quote by Rumi. Oh, okay, so it's not technically a blank journal, it is a bullet journal. And if you guys know me very well, you'd know that I am terrible with stationery. I do not trust myself with stationery. I'm not a journaling person. If there's anything I consider to be a journal, it's this channel. Because, I mean, I let my words run wild detailed, and I track my reading here. The closest thing I have to a journal besides this channel is my reading spreadsheet. I'm really bad with journals. However, maybe if I do attempt to bullet journal one time, if I am able to commit to it, I have an option. And finally, we come to the book pick for the month of January for Afterlight, and that is X's and O's by Amy Leah. Now, I could be wrong, but I believe this might be a companion sequel to the previous book that Emily Leah put out, only because the cover art looks very similar. I am personally really pleased with this because I love this color so much. It's so much better than the yellow. I mean, look, the original cover is not that bad. I just don't like the original color scheme that much. But what I absolutely adore about this mint green is that the pink complements it very well. And on the back of the book, we have a little love heart balloon, which kind of goes with the front cover as well. I love the look of this. This is so pretty. I'm gonna see if there's anything. Oh my god. This end page art is so pretty. I am so impressed. I mean, unfortunately, there's no foiling here. So, I mean, it's not necessarily a big deal while it's naked, but I do, once again, really love this mint green in contrast with that beautiful pink. This color combination is stunning, in my opinion. This end page art very much gives me lo-fi vibes, and I appreciate it. That's one of my favorite art styles. That's one of Camilo's favorite art styles. I know he's gonna appreciate this. It is signed, and you can tell that that is not a digital signature because she used a pink pen. I am so pleased with my first Afterlight. And yep, I'm definitely going to stay subscribed to this one for a while. So I guess that's gonna be it for this video today, book lovers. If you happen to stay till the end of the video, leave me the pink heart emoji with the sparkles because that is one of my favorite emojis, and we just ended off on a romantic note. And if you happen to enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already. Join the amazing community of book lovers. And also, I have social media. I'm at GSwizzleBooks on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm also Goodreads. That's www.goodreads.com/gswizzle. And finally, I'm at TikTok. I'm at GSwizzle on TikTok if you want to follow me there for some bookish content. I love you, book lovers, and I will see you later. Peace.
Started out with half and I flipped it into double. Started out with half and I flipped it into double.